Hey, what's going on, Spice Lords? This is Sean Evans checking in from the Hot Ones Museum of Curiosities. You know what that means. It's time once again for our end of season fan Q&A. We reached out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and asked you for your hard-hitting season 6 Hot Ones questions. But first, a tour of the museum and some of our new exhibits. We have chili chocolate and a whole line of products from Chili Klaus. My favorite, the Lucky Bag. You reach in there, maybe you pull out a spicy ball. Maybe it's a super spicy ball. Maybe it's a ball so spicy it'll send you to the hospital, but either way, fun for the whole family. We have our Wing 10 sketch from Al Roker. Sean, thanks for a hot time in the old town. Al Roker, a Wing 10 sketch I'll treasure always. And then, not since Brett Baker blessed us with the power rankings have we been so touched by a gift from fans. But here, this is very exciting, it's our new chicken wing board. And it's made by Dream in the Woods, a couple of Air Force guys who are huge Hot Ones fans. They sent us this Vic the Viking. They sent us new chicken boards. I think they're just like making me a nice little thing for my apartment right now. Really great dudes. So shout out Dream in the Woods. If you need any woodworking done, those are your guys. All right, what else do we have? Oh, some new hardware, a Lovey Award for a Russell Brand episode. Shout out to the Lovey Awards. A Webby, what does this say? Let's take a look. 2018 People's Voice Award winner. Film and Video, Best Web Personality and Host, me. And we have a Shorty Award, but while we were setting up the Museum of Curiosities, a guy in our crew dropped it, broke it, and cut his hand open. 5 stitches, pray for AJ. There's no more Shorty Award in the Museum of Curiosities. It's a tough biz setting up the Museum of Curiosities, so hopefully AJ makes it. We're worried about him. All right, enough of that. Now it's time to get to the meat and potatoes. It's why you're here. It's the fan Q&A. Chris Schoenberger, hit me with the questions, big dog. Thank you, sir. All right, first things first, from Brandon Cobley. Will you ever do a fan competition to take the Hot Ones challenge against Sean Evans? Well, we set the bar very high with our Brett Baker episode. That was a fan episode. We've had fans eat the last dab right along with us and Wale at ComplexCon. We've done fan trivia competitions and the rest. Believe it or not, there actually are some legal hurdles defeating the wings of death to pedestrians on the street, but we are trying to overcome that and find cool ways to keep you guys connected with the show. But in the meantime, our favorite thing is when you guys make the videos at home, you get the sauces, you get your friends together, do a Hot Ones challenge of your own, so please keep those coming. All right, next, rank your top 3 favorite guests of season 6 and why. I think that the 3 best episodes, Michael Cera, it's a little bit more cerebral. Michael Cera doesn't do tons of media, so that's always fun. It kind of reminded me of the John Mayer episode in that way. I think Issa Rae was a great episode, really balanced. We're super proud of that one. And then Tom Segura, super funny, big reactions, just a no skip. All the wings are bangers, good stories. And then I want to shout out 3, and that's Joel Embiid. I think that's the best athlete interview that we've ever done. Rhett and Link, as much fun as we've had in the studio since the Tyra Banks shoot. And then Al Roker, shout out to the legend. All right, did Tyra ever hook you up with any of her model friends? You know, Tyra kind of left me hanging on the model friends, but you know what? Cuffing season is upon us, Spice Lords, and maybe I can't be running around with models all summer. You know, maybe I gotta take a step back from that kind of life and that kind of lifestyle for a second and focus on what's important, you know? Is getting ready to shoot every episode like crunching for a final exam? So the process is like this. Chris Schoenberger and I have written every run of shows since we started Hot Ones, and you'd think at this point we'd have some efficient system lined up, but we don't. We divide up research, we come up with topics, and every time we write the interview day of, and we're still in the mode where we're throwing out ideas, throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks, and then all of a sudden we look up at the clock and it's like an hour and a half till Michael Cera's here, and we're like, maybe we should put some of this down on paper. So it's this mad scramble to chisel out this run of show, and then we just sprint into the studio, do a shoulder roll in, pop in the seat, the wings come down, and I'm just sitting at the desk like, oh yeah, we've had this planned out all along. But it's just a mad, crazy scramble every single time. If you could live the life of any of your guests for a day, who would you be and what would you do? I think that being Joel Embiid and then just going to the park and dunking on civilians, I think that would be like the most fun ever. I think that being Martin Garrix and then just being at some big open air festival and then just dropping the beat and watching the place go bananas, that would be great. And then being Sasha Banks, you know, SummerSlam wasn't that long ago. It would be nice to get up on the top rope and hit someone with a flying elbow drop. But I'd switch places with just about anybody at this point. This one comes from Alexander James. Who is the hardest person to research? Well, different folks are harder for different reasons, but if I'm thinking about just this season, Michael Cera was probably the toughest to research because he's a tremendously talented actor, but no Twitter, no Instagram, nothing to sink your teeth in there, and then he's a pretty private person. So you're kind of just digging for what you can get. Local news stories, profiles, scouring YouTube until you can find this Pillsbury Doughboy commercial for him from when he was a child actor. So you just have to dig deeper and deeper and deeper for people like that. You can have someone like Al Roker where it's just an embarrassment of riches. His career is so long, he's done so many things. So then you have maybe like 15 or 20 topics, and then you're trying to narrow it down for the 10 wings, and that's hard in its own right too. So different guests, hard for different reasons. Who would win in a knife fight, Brett Baker or Coolio? Now my instinct says Coolio because Brett Baker is such a sweetheart. He's such a teddy bear, but Brett Baker has military experience, and when you look in his eyes, you know that that's a guy that's seen some things. So I think in the heat of the moment, they draw and Brett Baker knifes him up. My money is on Brett Baker. If you weren't doing Hot Ones, what would you be doing? So I always daydream about being a campus cop. I think I'd be a really good campus cop. Just driving around in the cruiser, diffusing situations, breaking up fights, talking people down. I think I'd be really good at that. I would not be locking people up or handing out tickets. I'd be very live and let live. I'd be very kids will be kids. But I'd be one of the all-time great campus cops. That's what I'd be doing. I'd just be living a simpler life as a campus cop. How much pressure is being applied to Gordon Ramsay's camp? We demand transparency on the issue. He's the #1 most wanted. How many phone calls and emails have been sent? I'm happy to be transparent about the Gordon Ramsay situation. We have gone through his restaurants in Vegas. We have gone through Fox. We have gone through publicists and managers. We have hit every pillar of his empire. We've had First We Feast staff run up to him face-to-face at restaurant openings. We've camped outside AOL Build. There have been lots of phone calls, lots of emails. He's very elusive, as it turns out, and he has about 40 shows. So a very busy guy. But here's what I'd say to you. You know, people always come up to me in airports. Have you ever thought about getting Gordon Ramsay on the show? He would be great. I see in the comments all the time, where is Gordon Ramsay? Here I am in the season 6 Hot Ones seat. We demand transparency, Sean. When are you going to get Gordon Ramsay? What are you doing about it? I would turn the table on you. What are you doing about it? Maybe you could start some sort of viral campaign. Kickstarter. Maybe he'd do it for a bag. Let's see if we can get 100 grand together. Maybe spam his Instagram comments with chili peppers and chicken wings and fire blazing. I don't know. He's a white whale. He's just out there. And maybe you catch your white whale, maybe you don't, but you always get in the boat. He's in the crosshairs. The cannon is pointed at him. The net is pointed at him. The spear is pointed at him. Will we ever catch him? I don't know, but that's the situation. Hey guys, love the show. Loads of fun. Was wondering if you would consider having more women on the show. Could not agree with you more. It's something that we talk about in almost every meeting and a challenge that we've had since we started the show. In a perfect world, it would be more balanced. And yeah, there are reasons why some female celebrities might not want to come on a YouTube show and eat 10 scorching hot chicken wings. But it's also something we can take responsibility for. We've made it a priority in our booking. And I would say this to you. Rather than requesting Gordon Ramsay for the 100th time, give us 5 female guests that you'd like to see on season 7 Hot Ones and put them in the comments. You know, this is a show where we want to bring the most interesting people on to take on the wings of death. It's a show for everybody. It's a show where we want to talk to everybody. So yes, it's time to widen that scope and we can do better. Let's all do better. Hit us with those suggestions. What's more important to you as the host of this incredibly entertaining show? A good, fun reaction from your guest or a good answer to your question? Obviously, it's nice to balance those things. Super entertaining to see some sort of big meltdown, and I laugh at the reactions just like you laugh at the reactions. But we're an interview show first. It really is about the interview, and you know what? If we don't approach these interviews with a certain degree of thoughtfulness, then maybe a guest doesn't want to eat a chicken wing with the bomb on it or hit the last dab as they go through the Hot Ones gauntlet. So for us, it's interview first. If we burn a celebrity out, we're never like, oh yeah, we burned them out, high five. If it's a good interview though, the whole place is buzzing. So that's always what we're rooting for. That's always what the goal is. That's always what we're trying to do, is make a great interview. If they spit in a bucket, that's just gravy. Can we meet the behind the scenes guys and girls? See how wings are prepped and guests are treated upon arrival? You know, if you're a Hot Ones fan and you watch every episode, you can start to pick up these Easter eggs with the behind the scenes people. You'll hear me yelling at Honda off camera, or yelling at Steven off camera, or Dom off camera. As Pusha T once said about Al Roker, if you know, you know, in regards to Chris Schoenberger. And then it was a big season for camera guy Bill, who of course became a star when he ate a wing for Tyra Banks. And then this season, getting roasted by Al Roker, called out by Michael Cera. Then he's modeling our merch. So who knows what's next for Bill, but I think the sky's the limit. All right, well, there you have it. It's the season 6 fan Q&A in the books. If you shot us a question, thank you very much. In the next coming weeks, we're going to have some surprise drops, a hot sauce reveal, and at the top of October, our premiere for season 7. That's right, just a couple weeks off, and then we're gonna be on. But we can't say goodbye to season 6 without our one shining moment look back on the season that was. Roll the tape! Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings.
I'm supposed to not have spicy food these days.
It'll start getting funny for me around here, I think.
I like spicy food, I think.
You think? I guess we'll find out today, I suppose.
That's okay, that's hot sauce. It's not just sauce, it's hot sauce.
Oh my God, my tongue hurts.
This is too much.
Hang on.
Does milk really help?
How often do people partake in the liquids?
All right, Judge, you don't go too hammer on the milk. You will end up
Muscular.
Can I get some more water, please?
Because, right, you, for the 8th grade girls team, you kept the score, right?
Yeah. Yes, that's right. You've done your work, John.
This is a good deep dive.
Yeah, I like the way you talk.
Naughty America or Bang Bros?
No, Bang Bros. Just sounds better.
How about when people call you daddy? Does that make you feel good?
Oh, sweet. And if they mean zaddy, sometimes they say zaddy.
Yeah.
Oh, Daddy needs cheesy bread. I almost threw up.
Oh, that's horrible. Where's my gut bucket? What are we doing?
This is the last dab. We call it the last dab because it's tradition around here to put a little extra on the last wing.
Are you insane?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Saying something like that it's a challenge. It's kind of like a backhanded way of saying, are you a man?
All right, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it, I ain't no bitch.
I don't say no to dares.
Easy. There you go. Whoa.
Hot Ones, last dab. Try it out.
Depending on what happens, I really like it.
Hey, like you guys too. Cheers, cheers.
Ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this.
Should've went to college.
You know it's got a time release thing, doesn't it?
It really sneaks up on you.
I'm like sweating and crying and snotting and mouth is like
Sitting here with my motherfucking wings. I'm doing this shit like hot things.
hold up that masterpiece.
It's a sunshine with flames coming out of his mouth.
Thanks for introducing me to this.
Look at you, you king. Crown on the head from where I stand. That was amazing. It was brilliant. I'm inspired.
Kind of exhilarating.
Thank you. Congratulations on season 6.
You feeling good?
Woo!
Wow, that was really fun. Thank you for having me.
I've got the respect of Sean. I've got the love of Bill. And I've got my wife going, why the hell are you on this?
Hot. Very hot.
1,000,002. 1,000,003.
That's pretty good form, Bill. Where'd you
Thanks.
get that cool shirt?
You didn't hear? Hot Ones merch. It's available now.
I thought you only wore Where's Waldo shirts.
I used to wear Where's Waldo shirts. One.